Good afternoon. Today is Monday, May 28th, 2018, and it's Memorial Day. We just celebrated over the weekend, the long weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and it's 5 after 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time here in Fort Huron, Michigan. I want to tell you about a little story, two stories about this American flag here. This American flag was presented to my mom at my dad's funeral in Forest, Ontario, Canada in 1990, along with the Canadian flag. And my dad served in the U.S. Army during World War II. When he enlisted in 1941 to 1945, he was stationed in Alaska. He was a private first class in the U.S. Army. He met my mom in Detroit, Michigan. My mom came over from Dublin, Ireland. Actually, she was born in Dublin, Ireland in 1920. Dad was born in Galt, Ontario, Canada in 1915, so they're 5 years apart. Galt, Canada is now called Cambridge. And it's amazing how they met and raised their family here in Michigan. I live in Fort Huron, Michigan right now. I've been in my apartment since March 1995. And it's amazing how they met because they were born in different countries other than the United States. My mom's brother got my mom an airline ticket to fly from England in 1949. So my dad was about 16 years old when his family and him came to Michigan from Canada, and he was born in 1915. The story behind the flag here is, too, another story is that my former boyfriend, Joseph Michael O'Connor, who was born in Port Huron, Michigan in 1947, requested this flag, American flag, to be brought back from Canada. Whether or not I knew before that Mom was bringing the Canadian flag back, I'm not sure, but this American, not Canadian flag, American flag, but the American flag here was not at my mom's funeral in Forest, Ontario, Canada, when she passed away in 2015. The only flag there at the funeral was the Canadian flag that was at my dad's funeral in 1990. My former boyfriend moved in with me in May 1st, 2001, and he moved out the first month, beginning of the month of the year of 2008, to his apartment in downtown Fort Huron, Michigan. My late husband, Richard, Dick for short, Joseph Coucher, passed away in 1995. And I returned from Canada after living there for 10 years. I returned here around Thanksgiving 1994. It's kind of strange to have all these dates memorized, but it's really important to remember the dates because I think that gives you perspective of what goes on during the time that you're living. And if you can remember correctly the dates, that's a good thing. I did not request this American flag to be brought back from Canada. I do not know what is going to become of the American flag here, this American flag that was presented to my mom by the Royal Canadian Legion at my dad's funeral in 1990. But I do hope that one of my nieces gets this American flag after I'm gone, after I pass away. Either Tara, my oldest niece, or her younger sister, my niece Victoria, Tori for short. And their mom, my sister Debbie Rumford, Hughes, can decide about the Canadian flag of where that flag goes to. I don't have any children, so I can't pass it on to my own children. My brother, Joseph Douglas Rumford Jr., was born in 1936, and he has no children either. So my sister's the only one that had two daughters, and now she's a grandmother and has 5 grandchildren. So the two flags, American flag and the Canadian flag, can eventually go to the grandchildren. So it will be up to my family to decide after I pass away. But I thought I'd let you know the story behind how the American flag was given to my mom by the Royal Canadian Legion at my dad's funeral in 1990 in Forest, Ontario, Canada, along with the Canadian flag, and how it came back here to Michigan, to Fort Huron, Michigan. My mom, Vera Stanley Rumford, and my dad, Joseph Douglas Rumford Sr., were very patriotic. Dad was born in Canada. My mom was born in Ireland, but they retired in Ontario, Canada, Ipperwash Beach, White Cliffs Cottage in 1975, the same year my sister was married in Canada. On Ipperwash Beach on Lake Huron. I want to also thank the veterans and also the continuing service members of the armed forces here in the United States who serve in the military now and in the past, and also the other countries of the soldiers that served, men and female, in other countries alongside the United States in wars in the past, like World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War, and many other wars before and after that, to protect the United States and its citizens, and also to protect our freedoms and why we are so fortunate to have the freedoms we have now in 2018. My name is Joanne Marie Rumford. My boyfriend, who I no longer see or talk to, Joseph Michael O'Connor, born in 1947, and my husband, my late husband, who passed away in 1995, Richard Dick for short, Joseph Toucher. So I was previously Joanne Marie Toucher. And I lived in Canada with my parents after separating from my husband in Clearwater, Florida, where we owned our home, where we moved into an apartment down there in the early 1980s. I returned back home to live with my parents and lived with them until after my dad died. 4 years later, I came back to Michigan. Mom was still living. Dad was 75 when he passed away, and my mom was 95 when she passed away. So I just want to thank them, and also for raising my sister and I and my brother. And hopefully that the next generations after us and after our grandchildren or children and grandchildren, that this American flag will still be in the family. And also the Canadian flag that was presented to my mom at my dad's funeral. So happy Memorial Day, and God bless you, family and friends, and I hope you have a nice year ahead, and next year in 2019. I'm looking forward to 2019. For whatever reason, I just feel like, even though my mom and dad has passed away, I feel their presence still, that they're still around. They were married in St. Mary's Catholic Church of Redford in Detroit, Michigan, 1952. And I was born in 1954, 2 years later. So my sister was born in 1957, and my dad was married previously to Madge. First name is Madge, and she passed away when he got out of the service after World War II. Um, and my brother Doug for short, Joseph Douglas Rumford Jr., he was about 9 years old when she passed away. So I don't know if you want to say that I'm the firstborn or the secondborn or in the middle, because I am the firstborn of my mom, but the secondborn of my dad. But it's nice to know that family's still around, and hopefully they're doing good, even though you don't hear from them. At least we got the YouTube videos to do so they can know what you're doing, and Facebook. I don't know what the senior citizens would be without. I'll be 65 next year. I don't know where you'd be without social media, because hardly anybody calls anymore on the telephone. It's always on either a cell phone, which I don't have a cell phone. I used to, or on the internet. Okay, happy Memorial Day on Monday, May 28th, 2018. And it's about 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time here in Port Huron, Michigan. And this video is going on 11 minutes 35 seconds. Bye. Get my niece and Victoria in the picture there. Victoria and Tara. And my dad, and my brother, and my great niece Claire, and me. I don't have any other pictures on the desk there, and I didn't put any more up to do this video, but I got many photos, so I've had them on my Facebook page and in my on my like refrigerator magnet frames and that. So I'm not because they're not up there. It's just that right at the moment now I've got just 3 photos there. Bye now.